He made history in his rookie NBA season back in 2022. Yeah, last year, becoming the youngest player since 1971 to start a playoff game at 19 years old, 213 days. So the year before, the 19-year-old was picked 7th in the draft by the Golden State Warriors as they captured the exciting prospect as well, who stands at 6 feet 7 inches. Yeah, I felt that. I mean, I shook his hand and I had to look at him in the eye. So my neck's a bit stretched right now. But yeah, that's how tall he is. Congolese athlete. I mean, emerged as a player poised to achieve great things. And that was underlined by the Warriors head coach. And I think if you recap the history of Steve Kerr, selecting the forward to start in the Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals against the Memphis Grizzlies last year, I mean, that dream was years in the making, simply because at just 13 years old, his parents took a leap of faith. They moved to the United States of America to allow their son to pursue high school basketball. Also made his dream a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Kuminga is here in the studio. Jonathan, good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to USA.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
How are you feeling? Feeling good?
I'm feeling great. Been in South Africa for the first time. Basketball without borders. You know, I'm excited.
Took you long to come down there, hey?
Definitely. Things had to really come in place for me to really end up out here. And I feel like things happen. And here I am today.
Firstly, I got to pay you due. You're a champion. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Obviously, it sunk in a long time ago, or has it?
I mean, I'm always going to be remembered as a champion, you know.
Yes.
It feels good, especially being a champion in your first time in the league. One of the youngest players to ever become a champion.
That's history. I mean, I just spoke about that now in the intro, and still feels unreal to me. I can imagine to you, because now, never mind the added pressure, it's just a level of success. What does it say to you, given your journey from the DRC, your journey to the US, the sacrifices that had to be made at home?
It was a lot. Not just being a kid from Congo, it's just representing the continent. A kid from Africa,
Yeah.
making that far and becoming an NBA champion at the very young age. You know, it was fun. The day I ended up being a champion, it's something that I grew up. I never think of it.
Because a lot of players, it even takes them many seasons, deep into their 30s, maybe sometimes even just before retirement, to even win it. And here you are, like you're saying, it's almost the beginning stage of what will be an illustrious career, and it happens. Does that put pressure on you?
I mean, it don't really put pressure on me.
Yeah.
Like I always say, at the end of the day, I was happy to get the championship. And I'm still young, and I feel like that's the journey that I'm going through. That's what I always dream of. That's what motivates me every single day. When I look back at the parade, when I look back when we won the championship, it makes me want to go back and work even harder and put Africa on the map. And hopefully in the upcoming years,
Yeah.
I get to be the face of a team where I'm the one who really like holding the trophy, talking about I won so many championships.
I look at DRC, and from a South African perspective, remember when South Africa came out of isolation and we got back into the international fold, able to play many different sporting codes, and DRC was very strong football-wise. A lot of DRC players came to play in South Africa, but to play football. What was the temptation like for you to be, okay, choices to be made, or was it straight up from the beginning, the choice of football versus basketball?
So I grew up, a lot of people don't know, I grew up in a basketball family.
Yeah.
Growing up, I played a lot of basketball. I played a lot of soccer, football,
Yeah.
obviously. And I ended up falling in love with basketball the most. And I was good at soccer. I was good at football growing up. And I felt like I was growing up too fast.
Yeah.
I was getting told every single day. uh, and I ended up becoming not great, not good, just a little bit good at basketball.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I ended up sticking to it.
What was the attraction though with basketball, Africa? Was there an inspiration? Was there a certain player that you molded your game around, or you looked at for inspiration to say, maybe one day on the global stage, I would want to be
I was inspired. I was inspired from Kobe.
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, I grew up watching a lot of Kobe highlights, and it was tough watching those. It wasn't like I had the highlights in my house. I had a video in my house. It was one of the good days where, I mean, I always behaved. I was a good kid. It was one of those days where your parents like, yo, take this money, go somewhere, go to any cafe and watch the video, because they saw me. I really liked basketball, and we had all these pictures of Kobe's in the house,
Yeah.
and that's how I got inspired by him.
That inspiration obviously leading you to the United States of America, almost saying, I'm going to get closer to my role model. I'm going to get closer to the person that I've always, I'll use a deep word, worship. Yeah. Well, sometimes it almost gets to that. I know that we worship our maker, but we also kind of become starstruck. We also become extremely excited to be close to those that we engineer our game towards. Firstly, did you ever get a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I actually got a chance, and it's so funny,
Yeah.
because we actually went to Kyrie was like my mentor in high school, right. Kyrie Irving. We went to his game. I was in high school, and right after the game, we went through the tunnel, and we ended up seeing Kobe come out, and I always dreamed to meet Kobe.
Yeah.
And he saw me from far because I was like a high-ranked kid in high school at the time. And I was surprised. He the one who called my name.
Are you serious?
I'm definitely serious. I was shocked. I was like, and then one of my coaches was like, man, you're the man. Like, you gotta know your name. And I was like, are you serious? Is Kobe calling my name right now?
So Kobe said, Jonathan.
Yeah, he was supposed to get in his car, waiting for him. He saw us from far, called my name, and he walked up to us and started taking pictures of my teammates, with all of us. And that's how we started talking. And I think we DM each other after a couple of days that we were supposed to start working out in the summer.
Yeah.
And then after that tragic happened a week later.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But how did that leave you, though? I mean, from that meeting, I think a lot of stories around Kobe at times, especially during the closer it got to his demise, you almost get the sense that there was a feeling in the air, there was a feeling within him that maybe he knew, didn't know. I mean, we will always speculate, but how did that leave you personally?
I mean, not just me personally, but I feel like the whole world was shocked.
Yeah.
And, I was so excited to actually get to lace up my shoes with Kobe and go out there and work out. And it was one of those mornings I was going to like a college game. My old teammates was playing college, and my brother called me. He was like, did you know what happened? I was like, no. He said, Kobe just passed away. And I was like, are you like playing around? Are you caring? Like, how they work today work. You just got to go on Instagram and scroll, and everything will pop up. And I feel like that's how I end up knowing what happened. Yeah. And it kind of shook me because somebody I looked up to. It's somebody who I wanted to actually model my game to.
Yeah.
And that happened,
But do you ever think back in terms of how and why he got to know you and call you in that way? This is also testament to your hard work. It's also testament to saying maybe that's the next big deal. That's the next so-called, let me say, the next Kobe in a way. Did it ever make you think how and why it got to that stage?
I would definitely say it's hard work.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know where we all come from. They don't know what's Africa like. And they don't know what is it to be an African kid. A lot of people don't look at Africa the same way as we see it.
Yeah.
A lot of people always downgrade Africa. So just coming from Africa, like I say, I always want to put the continent on the map. and that's what really motivated me to like work hard every single day to become the best or the greatest. And I feel like since high school I've been the same way, and I had a lot of people down me. I pushed myself to become the #1 player in high school,
Yeah.
and I started going viral. Like a lot of people started knowing who I was, and I feel like that's how Kobe really kind of, because Kobe really like likes people that go out there and play hard and things like that. And I think that's how he probably got the news from somebody or somewhere.
Yeah. But clearly, when you talk about the hard work that you put in and also being the 7th overall pick back in 2021, I mean, what are your memories of that?
I mean, I always wanted to be a #1 player.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. I don't always concern myself about that. I kind of, everything that's happened or that happened in the past, I kind of erase in my head and just working towards the future and the present. So I don't really keep up with what I was drafted or things like that.
Yeah. But sometimes you think they're a true reflection?
I mean, they definitely are.
Yeah.
It's always going to be in a book. People are always going to be like, Jonathan Kuminga was drafted #7 pick out of DRC, out of Africa.
Guys like Dikembe Mutombo, what do you rate to them? Because when you talk about picks out of Africa, I mean, that's one of the OGs.
Definitely. That's really, me and him were super close. I get to ask him about advices and stuff like that. That's definitely the OGs. That's how I want my name to be remembered. That's where I want to take my talents. That's where I want to take my career, to a point where I want to be known as that kid came from Africa. He's up there with the OGs and stuff like that.
That's crazy. So was there a bit of Dikembe with that PJ Washington, that steal, that very famous steal that we go back to?
Not yet. It's gonna be so many more coming next year, definitely. But that steal from PJ Washington was like one of my best moments. Like,
I think it was all our best moment.
uh,
We felt you in that.
I mean, I feel like it was one of the best moments. So
Yeah.
but there is definitely more coming.
Jonathan Kuminga, we're going to come back after the break. We'll take our final moments with him because, you got to dash somewhere. You have a busy schedule. And we'll also find out from him about Basketball Without Borders, celebrating 20 years now of its existence. What a time for him to come through. Obviously, post-COVID, post everything that has happened, finally the doors are opening for this great initiative. And he'll tell us what is made of it. It was a nice early morning today where we got together for the press conference, and just his reaction to all of that. We also got a couple of WhatsApp voice notes. So if you want to send any questions or comments, I know South Africans, you're crazy about the NBA. You're crazy about what happens. Hey, I've got the champ right here in studio.
Hello, Robert. Hello, Jonathan Kuminga. I didn't even know that you're in the country. I'm literally going crazy right now. Yeah, man. Welcome to SA. Welcome to our beautiful nation, man. Just explore it as much as you can and enjoy it for the time that you're here. Oh, I'm a huge fan of the Warriors. I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Kuminga. My question is, how does it feel being a superstar on that level and playing on that level as an African kid? And what message do you have for young kids growing up here in Africa that aspire to be like you? Yo, man, you're such a wonderful person. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful person, of course. Jonathan Kuminga, superstar. How does it feel?
It's a lot of pressure. Being the Golden State Warriors, being a kid from Africa, I wouldn't say superstar, but another thing I'll add to is, just anybody from Africa, I would love for you to grow up and be like me, but I would love for you to be better than me. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes patience and motivation every single day to get up. And it's not even just about basketball. It's about anything you do in life or any accomplishment you want to get done. Like I say, it takes hard work, patience, and dedication every single day.
I mean, we look at you and we see Steph Curry, you see Clay, and you're like, my goodness, Draymond Green stuck in there as well. And these are just your everyday people that you hang with.
I mean, I just look at them as my teammate.
Yeah.
We hang out every single day. We play on the same floor every single day. They're actually great human being. People from the outside look at them differently, but I don't look at them like anything different. I look at them as my brothers, that we go out there every single day and fight together.
As warriors, I suppose, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
And warriors, they are synonymous with this continent. Hey? Warrior, warrior, warrior all the time. And I think what a lot of people see in Steph, again, hard work, same thing that you were talking about, dedication. You go out there, you do your three-pointers, you've done them gazillion times, but you just do them as if it's the first time. And he does crazy things, whether it's halfway in the court, he does them just walking out of the change room. He does the same thing on the golf course as well. And you're like, this man's ability with a ball of any kind, it takes something. And people don't understand is that you've been playing basketball, you play it every time. And if you don't train, you don't practice, you don't get a feel of it, your career is going one way. It's not. I mean, I don't know. Is that true? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
To get to where you want to get, it's the most hardest thing ever. It's so hard to get to a certain point, or to get better every single day. It's so hard. To lose that ability from now working every single day, it takes a second.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that people don't see behind the scene, Steph actually work hard. Like, you don't just get up and tie his shoes and just go play the game.
Yeah.
Every single day after, he has his own hoop on the side. Every single day after practices, he goes out there and practice full speed. Like, actually, like he's in the game.
Yeah.
Like, all the type of shots he has seen on TV, he goes out there every single day and just do it, repeat every single time. Another thing, it's not just about basketball. Steph Curry is like this one human being who is perfect. Like, he literally like perfect. He don't have any. It's nothing you can say about Steph.
That's crazy though.
Like, he comes to the gym. He's the parents first. He comes to the gym the same way he act at home, same way he act on the floor, same way he act at practice. He don't get into any problem. He speak to everybody. Like, he's gonna start a conversation even if you don't want to. He's gonna come find you and talk to you. So that's a lot of things that people don't see behind the scene, because all I see is him hitting threes and stuff like that. But he's the best human being I ever really been around.
But I'm sure he must inspire you in terms of family, because he's all about family. He's all about, after a victory, you win, obviously knows where family's seated. And it's about kids. It's about coming onto the court, sharing the moment. What does it say to you about, the potential, the future, when you get to that position?
That's just little details that I pick up every single day. Watching how he move, watching all his move off the court with his family. They're always there, especially his little boy being in the locker room, jumping around, playing around. And you see the joy in every other of his family. And all that comes from the man of the house. And I feel like Steph Curry got them acting the same way they act every single day. Like I said, Steph is one of the best human beings you'll ever meet. And that just go with his family.
Oh, yeah, and I'm getting close to the time where I've got to release you, but you hear Basketball Without Borders. This morning, we saw an equal split. 80 of the boys, 80 of the ladies were out there. It's about potential dreams, and a lot of the superstars right now in the NBA, that began their journey. What does that mean to you, being part and parcel, being here for that reason?
It means a lot. When I got the call, I was excited.
Yeah.
It's something I wanted to do. I was invited here when I was a young kid. I didn't really get a chance to come here because I was getting ready to go to the U.S. And just me coming back here. One thing I was just like, I want to come back and help the next generation.
Yeah.
I'm one of the next generation because I feel like some of them might be my age right now, but I got so much experience in all of them, and I feel like that's what I came here to just share with them. What is it to be professional? What is it to be in the NBA? And they got this one young kid that about to play in the Ignite G League team. I went through that. I went there. I played there, and I got drafted. And just seeing him coming from Basketball Without Borders to that point, like it's one of the other kids I want to kind of put under my wing where I could talk to him every time and tell him what it's about to come to America, play for this team, what it takes for you to actually become somebody. And it's the same thing that I was doing today, just talking to the girls, the boys, and explaining to them that basketball is not for the weak. It don't matter. Every day you just gotta give it your best. And as long as I'm still here, I'm gonna keep talking to them and just pull certain knowledge, like as much as I know.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know so much more compared to them because I've been through all these experiences and stuff. And I feel like that's my goal. That's my goal this week.
That was crazy. Also, just the maturity that you come across with. I'm sometimes pinching myself and I'm saying, am I listening to a 20-year-old or 20 times 2-year-old? And that's part of the learnership. You get to grow, so you grow within basketball, but you also grow intellectually in basketball, and that's what you're going to be imparting to these kids. And they've got no greater mentor than you right now, and I think I'm very happy for them. I mean, it's been an amazing. I could go on for 2 hours chatting to you. That is just how deep rooted and how deep seated your beliefs are. And I want to take a final voice note for you before you depart.
How's it, Rob? Vusi here. It's great to hear Jonathan in studio there with you, and it's players like him who need to build a legacy and continue the legacy of former African greats like Olajuwon and all those guys. And it's great to see that at a young age, a number 7 pick in the NBA is prospering and won his first NBA ring, and he's got time on his hands. And I just see him doing greater things, in that Golden State Warriors setup. It's a great setup. The mentoring that he's got there with people like Steph Curry, Draymond, those are the kind of guys that are just going to build this game and take it to a higher level. So it's great to see, and we wish him all the luck, and we hope one of our own just takes it all the way.
Absolutely. Yeah. You better believe how loved you are in South Africa. And I hope maybe a quick response to that voice note so that, you give him the kind of respect, calling through, and just being in disbelief, I suppose, like a lot of people I'm seeing on social media saying, there's no way, you're lying to us. Is he in the country? And I'm saying, of course he's here. I mean, how could we make this up? So maybe just a final thought to him as that voice note really sums up their belief and what you mean to them.
I definitely appreciate his belief in me. All I gotta say is I really appreciate a lot of people from SA supporting me and stuff like that, especially coming from him. And I hope he stay healthy. And I hope he just stay healthy and continue his journey, whatever he does, to get more success into whatever he does.
What music do you listen to?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm really into every type of music.
Give me one that's really rocking you right now, that when you put on your pods, you're like, I've got to listen to this.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have really one in my head right now, but I'm really more of Afrobeat.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting into a piano.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
You
And
see?
on the way here, I was bumping a couple South African music.
Yeah.
And I think the driver asked me, who's playing music? I was like, it's me. And he was surprised, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm African, man. I gotta know everything."
You feel the beat.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people don't get it. Music is all about the beat, the lyrics. If the lyrics ain't good, the beat's gotta be good.
Something's got a hook.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's no wonder why some of the big stars internationally are into Amapiano. They flocking all of the big venues across Canada, the United States of America, Holland. We got artists traveling the world now.
It's crazy how you say that now. It's like everybody in America listening to Afrobeat,
Yeah.
Amapiano. Like, when they play the music, everybody just go crazy. Like, and now it just make you, like, you happy. Like,
Yeah.
you put something in your heart. Because a lot of people never knew what African music was.
Absolutely.
They all play rap and things like that. But now everybody talking about Afrobeat and Amapiano like they're from Africa.
And our brother
But-
from Niger as well. He's pulling it all big time. And I'm sure your folks that have been, I think, I kind of got to Joburg and there was Kanda Bongo Man, if I'm not mistaken. And he was the hit, I think, from, DRC side but also from an African perspective. And I'm glad that now there's been this revolution all over again, musically. Our Amapiano fans, artists are going to love what you've just said now. I think that's testimony to say you can be a world superstar, you can be an NBA champion, but when you know quality, you run with quality no matter what. So thank you for endorsing what we've become very proud of, in the same way we've become proud of you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for being with us, champ. Have a good trip, man, and enjoy South Africa.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Robert Marawa, live on 947.